Good morning, beloveds. Okay, I'm running a little bit behind today. Switching the gym backs to Wednesdays has been interesting on a couple of levels. So, all right, it is June 7th. Our title is Meditation. Our author is Mary A. Tumpkin. This is from Before You Pray, Forgive from 2005. So, and it starts with a quote from Mark 11:25. Whenever you stand praying, forgive, if you have anything against anyone, so that your spirit in heaven may also forgive you your trespasses. Okay. She may be unity. Father, Mother, God, thank you for revealing to me the power of forgiveness. I have not always understood it, but I see now that forgiveness is the key to living a healthy, happy, and prosperous life. My elder brother and way shower, Jesus, demonstrated that forgiveness gave him mastery, authority, and dominion in the face of seemingly insurmountable odds. He told me that I could do the same. So I choose right now. So I release those right now that I bound to me by my refusal to forgive. I rejoice in the knowledge that forgiving them releases me to move on to bigger and better experiences. I forgive myself and I release myself from the bondage of guilt. Your grace allows me to begin again. I can no longer afford to stand in the way of the greatness you have prepared for me. I forgive and am free. Thank you, Father, Mother, God, for the liberating power of forgiveness. And so it is. I'm guessing it's called meditation because it is a meditation. And it is a meditation on forgiveness. We have talked about forgiveness before. We will talk about forgiveness again. Forgiveness is an extraordinarily important part of inner work, spiritual work, for the simple reason of forgiveness doesn't necessarily have anything to do with the other person. When you forgive, you are dropping the hot coal. There's a quote, and I think it's Buddha, there's the one about anger, which is drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. And it's the same thing with forgiveness. It's like when you are angry at another person and whatever reason, when we do the inner healing, we say real or imagined, because sometimes, it's what happened is in our head. A lot of the times it's a real situation, and I do not want to downplay that or discount that at all. But it's like holding on to a hot coal and expecting the other person to be burned. The other person may have moved on with their lives. They have no idea that what they did hurt you. They may not know. They may not care. And so forgiveness is the gift where we let go of the hurt of that situation, where we no longer, replay it in our minds. And they do say forgive and forget. Now, here's the other thing I'm going to remind you about forgiveness work. All right. When you do forgiveness work, you do not have to forgive the person. What you are doing is internal work to let the pain of the situation go. I'm not going to ask you to forget. And I'm also not going to ask you to let that person back in your life. Okay. When we do forgiveness work is about letting go, releasing the pain of the situation where you got hurt. It doesn't mean that it didn't happen. It doesn't mean that damage wasn't done. It doesn't mean that but what it does mean is that you have healed from the damage done. It doesn't mean you have to ever forgive the person who hurt you. Okay? And you don't have to go to them and say, I forgive you. You don't have to do that. Forgiveness work is all about you. Now, if you get to the point where you would like to, forgive that person in person, then that's between you and that person. But you don't ever have to do that. All right. Forgiveness work is simply about healing the damage done and letting go of the pain of the situation and moving forward. And what Mary is reminding us in this is that if we want to move into full alignment with God, then that is one of the things that we have to do. Jesus said it, and it's in other places in the Bible, you cannot come to God with, that weight on your heart. A weight on your heart. It doesn't mean you have to go and make it right with your brother. Now, if you are the one who did the hurting, yeah, you do. That's part of the forgiveness work. You got to make that situation right. But if someone hurt you, you don't have to go and, take the weight off their heart. That's their work to do. But you do want to heal and let go, right? I'm not telling you have to. And like I said, I'm not into the forgive and forget. I'm not into the whole forgive and let them back into your life. If they did a significant level of damage, you don't ever have to let them back in your life. And let me be clear about that, okay? This forgive and forget nonsense, there have been people who have hurt me, and it's like, yes, I have forgiven them, but I am not ever going to put myself in a position where they can hurt me again. They do say the best apology is changed behavior. So that's what we're waiting for. It's like, all right, you can say you're sorry all you want, but until you change your behavior, I'm not going to let you back into my life. So that is what she is reminding us. Forgiveness work is extremely important, but it is for you. And you got to do what you need to do to, do that kind of work, and then move forward into all the rest of the work that you were going to, the inner work that you were doing. And so today is definitely that meditation of why, and then making the choice to do it. So, let's see, because she's got that quote, I forgive and I'm free. I forgive and I am free. And that is just it, the liberating power of forgiveness. So the mission today, should we choose to accept it? And she's got it right here. So I choose right now to release those right now that I have bound to me by my refusal to forgive. I rejoice in the knowledge that forgiving them releases me. That's the mission. That is the mission. When you do your forgiveness work, remember who is being released. You. You are being released. When you forgive others for the damage that they have done to you, you are releasing yourself. When you do forgiveness work from the other side, when you have been the one who has done the damage, and it doesn't mean, because AA says this, it's like you make amends unless you making amends would create further damage. Then again, that forgiveness work is changed behavior. Changed behavior. If you can go to the person and say, I'm sorry, then great. But if not, change your behavior. And then release yourself. That is the key thing that people forget about forgiveness work. It has nothing to do with the other person. It is about you. So that is your mission. Choose. Release yourself. And then see what an amazing world happens around you when you are willing to let go of and actually heal those past hurts. Okay. All right. That is the mission. The second one is the one that I give you every day, which is to do something loving for yourself, do something kind for yourself, do something compassionate for yourself. And honestly, I can't think of a more loving, kind, and compassionate thing that you can do for yourself than forgive. On either side of the coin, if you are the one who's been damaged or the one doing the damaging, the most loving, kind, and compassionate thing you can do is forgive and change your behavior. Either side. Okay? Two sides of the coin. Honestly, it is the most loving, kind, and compassionate thing you can do. Now, there are other suggestions. Take a deep breath before you speak. When you do that, then you don't have to apologize later. You don't have to practice forgiveness later for saying something that you didn't mean. taking a walk, that's partly about exercise and partly about giving yourself the space to think. Taking a nap, that's absolutely the turning yourself off, turning yourself back on. Again, it might keep you from doing or saying something that you don't mean. So if we're leaning on the forgiveness thing, I'm also going to remind you that I say eat dessert first. And I literally mean it, but I also want to remind you it means your life is a special occasion. Don't save the good stuff. All right? Make room for joy. No matter what is going on in the world, you deserve joy. And forgiveness is a good way to get there. Once you let go of all of that stuff that you've been holding on to, then you definitely have more room for joy. You can make room for joy. And let me remind you about making room for joy. Use the nice china, use the good silverware, use the nice glasses, drink the good stuff, eat the good stuff, wear the nice clothes or wear the comfortable clothes. I fall in I want to wear nice, comfortable clothes. So, all right, practice love, kindness, and compassion on yourself. Practice forgiveness on yourself. And I will remind you of Maya Angelou in doing this forgiveness work. When we knew better, we did better. All right. Don't beat yourself up for what you didn't know. Do better. Do better now that you know better. All right. So that's all part of that. And I want you to practice love, kindness, and compassion on yourself. 1, and all of the reasons just popped out of my head. You are your own best test subject. You get immediate feedback. 2, it's a habit. I am inviting you to create a first response. I'm inviting you to create the habit of responding, no matter what is going on, lovingly, kindly, and compassionately. When we respond lovingly, kindly, and compassionately, we are less likely to need to work on forgiveness. So we're going to save ourselves some work there. 2, 3, you deserve your own love. You deserve your own kindness. You deserve your own compassion. All right? Practice on yourself for that reason. You deserve your own love, kindness, and compassion. Okay. So, make a conscious effort to go to the source of your own being, which is the source of infinite love, infinite kindness, infinite compassion, regularly. So then no matter what happens, you can get there in the blink of an eye or the snap of a finger. So, okay, I'm moving forward. I'm going to encourage you, as I always do something to engage your mind and body today. I do encourage you to drink plenty of water. Your brain works better when it is well hydrated. And we are moving into the hot ones. It's June now, so yeah. I do encourage you also to get that early in your day bright light. The sun on the way to the gym was very in our face, so I did get that early in my day bright light, which is good because I didn't get a whole lot of sleep. My own fault. It's like I had a plan. I was going to get up, go to bed, and then I fell asleep on the couch. Yeah. I gotta stop doing that. I need to forgive myself for that. Okay. And as always, I'm going to encourage you to open the windows of your soul. Allow the breath of heaven to remind you that you do live in heaven right here, right now. It's all around us all the time. That's an Ernest Holmes quote that I got from one of the books previous, and I don't remember which one. I've been saying it for a long time because I love it. It's a reminder that heaven is a state of mind. It is a state of consciousness. It means it's available to us now. It is not a place that we have to get to. And honestly, forgiveness, that's a good way to get there. Because hell is definitely, who is it? Jean-Paul Sartre that says hell is other people. Yeah. When we are holding things against other people, that's definitely a hellish mindset. So let that stuff go. I almost said another word. Let that stuff go. Forgive. And then work on that heavenly mindset. Work on that state of consciousness. When you do that, then you realize that, there's not a place you have to get to that's heaven. It can become any place. It's a superpower. So practice it. And as always, you can take Emma's advice, look for the good and praise it. Forgive, look for the good and praise it. 2 great ways to get to heaven. All right. I guess I'm at the social media part. We are Creative Life Spiritual Center, Creative Life Spark. I'm the running Rev Ryan on the social medias that I am on. I do encourage you to check that out. You want to know what's going on with the center, please email info@creativelife.org. That will get you on the constant contact. And those hot links are hot. Click here now will take you, i.e. the soul session playlist, because we have a soul session coming up. So I'm thinking about it. That will, when you click that link, it will take you right to that playlist on our YouTube channel. And then you can subscribe and it'll let you know anytime we upload a new video. So please take advantage of that content. There's great stuff on there. On both the YouTube channels. I'm very proud of both of them. I worked very hard on both of them. All right. What was I about to say? I don't know. So I'm going to encourage you to have a great day, a wondrous day, a fantastic day, a magical day, an enchanted day, a wonder-filled day, an awesome day, an amazing day, a forgiving day, a choosing day, a releasing day, a good day. And if that is too much pressure, simply have a day. You are enough, just as you are. You are a beloved child of God. You are a divine spark, a brilliant light. You are spirit in motion. You are God in action, in whom God is well pleased and well represented. As Reverend Jesse likes to call us, we're godlings, which I always think of saplings when I do that, when I say that word. Saplings. We're growing into our power. All right. And I'm going to get really silly really fast. Okay. So here's what I'm going to remind you. Reverend David will be on around 5 p.m. with you. I should be back with you around 9 a.m. Take care of yourself. Know that you are loved, and I will see you next time.